Hi everyone and welcome back to the channel, and in today's video I am going to be talking about dandruff and seborrheic dermatitis, two scalp conditions that affect the scalp. They're very irritating, very annoying, very embarrassing, and I want to talk about them because this is something that has affected me for a very long time, and I've cracked the code on how to deal with them using things from the kitchen, using very natural ingredients that you can find in the market and anything like that, things that are not really going to break your bank per se. So I want to share with you guys tips on how to go about that. And if you are someone who is struggling with dandruff, or you know someone who is struggling with dandruff, then definitely this is the video for you, and I want you to stay tuned for more. Happy 2025 everybody, and I hope the year has started really well for you. For me it has. For those who do not know me, my name is Tiwonge and I am a natural hair consultant and enthusiast from Impeccablehands, Malawi, and on this channel I talk all things natural hair, and I also talk about home decor tips and organization on a budget. So like I was saying, today I'm going to be talking about dandruff. For those who do not know, dandruff is a scalp condition that causes inflammation on the scalp. This inflammation is oftentimes characterized by flecks of dead skin that can be white or yellowish in color. The scalp is always very itchy. And if you want to compare the two, dandruff and seborrheic dermatitis, I would say dandruff is basically the milder version of seborrheic dermatitis, meaning to say that seborrheic dermatitis is something that is on the extreme end, all right? These two conditions are triggered by certain factors. Here are some factors that cause dandruff, the usual ones, but I know that there are more than this. So we have, for example, overproduction of cells on your scalp. And we also have fungal infections, and we also have issues to do with sensitivity to hair products. Stress is another factor that causes dandruff, I know, but once you start to connect the dots, you're going to see that it makes sense. We also have hormonal changes or hormonal imbalances. These can also create issues for the scalp. So the other thing that will also trigger the dandruff are your genetics. So is it something that runs in your family? It could be genetic. Weather conditions can also trigger dandruff. So if it's very cold or if the air is very dry, that can also trigger your dandruff. And the last one, last but not least, is that poor diet can also trigger dandruff. Now, like I said, there are many other factors, but these are the common ones. So I'm going to be sharing with you guys things that have worked for me and what can actually also help you in your journey. So let's get into that. First effective method that I found where dandruff issues are concerned is that you need to have a medicated or an anti-dandruff shampoo. And how do you know that this is a shampoo that is suitable for your condition? You want to look for ingredients such as ketoconazole, coal tar, salicylic acid, zinc pyrithian, as well as sulfur. These ingredients will lessen the inflammation that is happening on the scalp, and it will lessen the flaking that is going on the scalp. Examples of shampoos like these, I'm going to put them on the screen, but I hope that you take your time to read the back label of your ingredients and see what is actually in that particular shampoo. The second thing that you want to consider is that you want to make dietary changes to your lifestyle. You want to make sure that you're eating for your hair, okay? If you can actually up your game on making sure that you're eating foods rich in omega-3 fatty acids, and you're also eating food that is rich in zinc and vitamin B, you're going to see a lot of change in how your scalp is going to perform. Where do you get your zinc and your vitamin B from? You get these from foods like eggs, avocados. We have whole grain cereals, and you want to make sure that they're fortified. And you also want to make sure that you are eating legumes in abundance, especially lentils and chickpeas. And omega-3 fatty acids, I usually get this from flax seeds as well as chia seeds, and I always add them to my breakfast, porridge, cereal, or smoothie. Third thing that really helps with dandruff, and something that I swear by, is having apple cider vinegar. I'm talking about the one that is unfiltered or raw, or does have the mother. So how do you use apple cider vinegar? You can use it as a final rinse after shampooing your hair. So you measure equal parts of water and apple cider vinegar. So for example, 1 cup of water, 1 cup of apple cider vinegar. Put that together and you pour that on your hair, and you focus also on your scalp. and you let that sit for at least 5 minutes before you continue with your deep conditioning process. The other way that you can use apple cider vinegar is using it as a weekly scalp detox. So basically, I do this when I'm in a protective style like braids or cornrows or mini braids or mini twists, because it really helps to keep my scalp clean as I am in that particular style. So what I like to do is I like to take 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar plus 2 to 3 tablespoons of water, mix that together, put that in a spray bottle and spray directly onto my scalp. And once I do that, I massage that in, and then I let that sit for at least 2 minutes, and then I take a microfiber towel or a t-shirt and then I clean my scalp. I hope that makes sense. All right, now if you do not have apple cider vinegar or you don't have access to apple cider vinegar, you can use lemon juice instead, or you can use witch hazel. Either one of those, and the measurements that I've given for the apple cider vinegar, you can definitely use the same for witch hazel or lemon juice. The fourth thing that I also love where treating dandruff is concerned is investing and doing hot oil treatments. I mean herbal hot oil treatments. What I mean by this is that the oil is infused with herbs, and that is going onto my scalp, and that really makes a whole lot of difference. So this is a process where you take an oil of choice, you put it in a bowl of hot water to warm it up, and then you sit down and then you mist your hair a little bit with some water, and then you apply the oil, enough oil to each section. You part your hair into sections and you apply that to each section. I have a whole video on how to do an oil pre-poo or hot oil treatment on my channel. If you haven't seen that, make sure you check it out. So if you are experiencing dandruff of that sort that comes through when the air around you is very dry, or when the situation or the weather condition is very dry, definitely invest in hot oil treatments. So always go for oils that have anti-inflammatory properties. For example, like coconut oil, hemp seed oil, olive oil, jojoba oil. These are really good for the hair. And make sure that these oils are infused with herbs, because that is also going to nourish your scalp in a really good way, especially herbs such as peppermint and rosemary. If you don't want to use herbs, you can definitely add essential oils such as peppermint, rosemary, lavender, chamomile, and eucalyptus. These are really good at treating dandruff, as well as tea tree oil. Now, the fifth thing that I love to use on my hair to treat dandruff are organic gels and juices. Guys, using natural gels and juices is the best decision that I've ever made in my natural hair journey. So before I start my shampooing process, I'll always pre-poo with either flaxseed gel, you guys have seen me doing that, or okra gel. You choose what is accessible to you and something that you can afford. So for me, I like to go for flaxseed gel, and I like to apply that from my root all the way to the length of my hair and detangle with my hair. It's just an amazing gel. So using these gels, they have properties in them that will really calm down the nerves on your scalp and help your follicles to be strong, so that you don't have these dandruff issues in your hair. If not, you can use juices such as onion juice, aloe vera juice. They are really great as well. I used onion juice one time when I locked my hair for about 7 months. I didn't like it because of the smell. But I know it's really great at treating dandruff. And if you can stand the smell, fine by me. Other thing that really helps with dandruff is using herbal teas. I cannot emphasize enough how important using herbal teas has been very beneficial for me. For the past 4 years, I've been so glued and so invested in green tea and hibiscus tea. And these have really been helping me keeping my hair clean and keeping my hair fresh and helping my hair to just thrive the way it has been thriving. So how do I go about it? I just take 1 tea bag of green tea and 1 tablespoon of hibiscus leaves and put that in a cup. Add 125 milliliters of hot water and let that steep for 15 minutes. Then I'll strain it and then transfer that liquid into my spray bottle. And then I'll focus that liquid on my scalp during the week. Once I massage that in, I will then start scooping and spreading the moisture along the length of my hair. because if I just apply the tea directly onto my hair, that actually dries out my hair a lot faster than anything else. So when you are moisturizing your hair during the week, always think about that, especially if you have natural hair. And then after I am done with that process, I'll just take a little bit of oil, rub it in my hands, and then apply that to the length of my twist, because I'm usually mini twist, and then I am done for that time. And then I'll put my hair into a style and off I go. That's how I go about it during the week, and I usually do this 2 to 3 times a week, and then that's it. Last but not least is MSM powder. I've been raving about this product for a very long time on my channel, and I even have a video on it, a video that most of you have loved so much. It's the best performing video on my channel, and MSM powder has really helped me with dandruff issues as well as eczema. So how I use it is that to the herbal tea that I've just talked about, the hibiscus and green tea mixture, I'll add 1/8 of a teaspoon to that liquid, and then I'll use it the way that I just explained it on my scalp. And MSM has a compound called sulfur, which is a composition of disulfide bonds, and these disulfide bonds are the ones that strengthen our hair, and they also help to build a lot of keratin in our strands and making our hair more stronger, and that is what helps our hair not to fall. And also the keratin, once it is in abundance in our hair, it's actually something that is going to potentially eradicate any other scalp issues such as dandruff. So by using MSM, my hair has become stronger, the build has been really big, and you guys are always saying, do you have thick hair? But guys, it's the MSM doing the magic. This is how you can definitely deal with dandruff, and these are the ways that I've been using in dealing with dandruff. Right now, guys, I don't do that anymore. That is history. So you just start with one aspect after the other and start practicing and start getting used to it. Do not be very impatient. Give yourself the grace, give yourself the time to see the results, because you've been having this issue for a very long time. It's just not going to go away like that. You need to give yourself the grace and the time. And trust me, if you're doing this consistently, things are going to turn out for the better. I hope these tips were helpful and that someone is going to try them out. Remember to share this video with your friends, and remember to subscribe to the channel. Remember to like the video, and remember to just be a happy person. Make sure that you are taking care of yourself in 2025, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.